Nice to hear your voice.
Thank you.
So, good morning, Yoshi-san. How are you as well?
Oh, fine. Thank you. How about you?
I'm good. I think you know in the Philippines it's summer, so a couple of weeks now it's been very hot, but it's been raining quite a bit. So temperature has improved a little. So much better, feeling much better. And Mother's Day has, I think, it's been celebrated globally in the Philippines and other countries. What about in Japan? How's the Mother's Day, Yoshi-san?
It's not so special. My wife has two children, so children give her some presents. One is confectionery, or the others flowers. So it's very common. Just give some present to their mothers. So not so special event. So.
True. I think mothers don't really expect something extravagant. A simple greeting would be enough. I think it would just mean that you remember me as your mom.
It's a very important, I think so.
Yes. So I think everywhere in the world. Okay, thank you for that, Yoshi. And we also have conversational American English for today. And the title is?
Title is There's Trouble on the Horizon.
Okay, there's trouble on the horizon. What do you think of this title, Yoshi-san? There's trouble on the horizon.
This something happens, so it's cautious mind is very important, but not too much thinking of pessimist. Keep optimism is more important than the pessimism, I think.
So although there is a possibility of having some problem in the future or difficulty, but it's better to be more optimistic or be more positive, even if you face something difficult.
Yes. To be keep optimism is very difficult than the be pessimism. So a pessimist is very easy, so they do nothing. Everything is a thing of pessimism.
Yeah, well, I think when you have problems, and the possibility of trouble, it's easy, as you said, to be more pessimistic rather than optimistic. Yeah, I think that's natural. Okay, correct. Now, let's move on to our exercise 1. Okay, you see the picture? And tell me, what do you think of the picture we have here?
Okay, in this picture, I can see the one young man sitting on the seashore. So he looks like a little aloof personality. I can see his back figures. He's sitting on the big natural rock. He's looking the distant horizon. So in front of him there's a rugged coastline, and there's a sea, and over there of the sea there's a mountain. It's maybe peninsula or island. So he has black short hairs and wearing the black jacket and black denim pants. Weather looks gloomy, so sky is cloudy and thick cloud covered with skies. So, but no windows, no waves, and very gentle seas. Totally impression. This picture is a very lonely picture. So he's just in a spiritual void. And from the title, he probably has a serious anguish, and he might worry about his futures, and he has some trouble with his girlfriend. That's all.
Okay. So from the place, location, such as you said, the rocks where he has been sitting, and as well as the coastline, and in front, of course, we have again another maybe island, and the scenario itself, as you said, looks depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the weather is cooperating, I think, with his feelings because it's
Very fit.
yeah. I wish if I'm gonna be sad, I don't want my environment to be sad as well because it would make me feel more depressed. But so cloudy, and we can see the dark shade there on, I think, the other side, the mountain. So it's really showed some kind of, as you said, possible problem or issue. Okay, it's very good to have the title, There's Trouble on the Horizon. Okay? It also perfectly fits the picture.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, good. And we have our dialogue, A and B. Which do you want to do first?
You name it. I leave it everything.
Okay, I will be A.
Okay.
I'll be A. It's like you are causing a lot of trouble by doing that.
Why do you say that? I don't see anything wrong with this.
That's exactly what I'm saying. In these kinds of things, the trouble appears at the end.
But as you know, everything has been so easy. Everything has gone as smooth as clockwork.
You're right, but don't forget that I gave you a warning. There's trouble on the horizon.
You are always like that. You've never been positive.
Okay, say what you think and have it your way. Just never say I didn't warn you. Okay, so I will be B and you're A. Okay.
Okay, it's like you are causing a lot of trouble by doing that.
Why do you say that? I don't see anything wrong with this.
That's exactly what I'm saying. In these kind of things, the trouble appears at the end.
But as you know, everything has been so easy. Everything has gone as smooth as clockwork.
You're right, but don't forget that I've given you a warning. There's trouble on the horizon.
You're always like that. You've never been positive.
Okay, say what you think and have it your way. Just never say, I didn't warn you.
Yes. Okay. And question, Yoshi, about the dialogue?
Nothing in particular.
Okay. I just want to ask here, there's this statement of A. He said there, okay, say what you think and have it your way. Just never say, I didn't warn you. This dialogue, do you remember if you have used it to someone and said, like you gave advice and then this person probably just still did what he wants to do and didn't listen to you? Have you used it and said, I just said it to you, but remember, I warned you. Have you used it to someone else?
So I know this meaning perfectly, but the natural conversation, I don't say this that. So maybe the advice is possible wrong. So it's a very strong word. So
Yes.
maybe someone hurt so by this word. So and I understand this sentence, but I can't say this strong word.
Oh, because I have said this to my son. Yeah, because I've explained things to him and he never did listen. And then after a while, I told him, I did said about this, but you never listen, you know. I did warn you, but you still did what you wanted to do. So now the regret is for later, and you can't do anything about it.
It's different from the Japanese and English. Japanese is it's a very vague expression. Is very polite, correct. Not say affirmative sentence. So I think so it might it's possible so more soft language.
This
English
one's
is,
kind of like
completely
strong.
different. So maybe if I talking the English conversation, maybe I can say this word. So but talking by using the Japanese, never say this sentence. So.
Very, very different. The culture is different.
Yeah, culture is different. So language makes that country's culture and make a natural characteristic. So the language is very important. So I can compare with the English and Japanese. So I can explain how different Japanese and English. So.
Yeah, I think it's the culture as well. I agree.
Yeah.
Since Filipinos we are kind of like, you know, maybe influenced by Americans, so somehow we can adopt to this type of, I think, situation. Thank you for your very honest answer. Okay, so we go to exercise 3 and we have some vocabulary. Okay, let's start with number 1. Let's read.
Okay, as smooth as clockwork, easy, trouble-free. So after retirement, I'm trying to doing the every house chores. I continue more than 1 decade. So recently the procedure of every house chores as smooth as clockwork for me.
Oh, so it seems like you have adjusted to the housework compared when you were still working. You probably are not into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Number 2.
Trouble on the horizon, difficulty in the future. So the Ukraine war not ending. So I think the Putin of the Russia is in the big trouble. So this situation is trouble on the horizon. Desperate Putin have a possibility to using the nuclear weapon. That's all.
I think the news on Russia and Ukraine, although there's still news, however, the number of news isn't as many compared when it started. So currently, I'm not really updated. Are they still neck to neck? Or do you think Russia will finally, free Ukraine and maybe have peace later on? Or Putin will still insist on what he wants?
It's maybe the not ending clearly. It's vague ending. Maybe the both country impossible to get the perfectly wins. So maybe it need a compromise. So maybe Ukraine shared a little their land, but I think the Ukraine is possible to share the little land to Russia. But after ending the war, the world need Ukraine's safe. So the guarantees, so never
be invaded again.
It's so much difficult. It's including every country, so that increase. Of course, China join that program. So and it's only way ending war is what I say. That is so much difficult. So and continue this kind of war after 2 or 3 years, maybe.
Wow. So it will take longer than COVID to finish. Okay. So it means that gasoline crisis will not be over. Okay.
Yeah, I think Putin, just only one person destroys everything, the piece of world.
Yeah.
So he deserves the death penalty.
So I think, the Philippine president, when he was asked regarding Putin and the former president, Rodrigo Duterte, said, Putin is crazy. That was his description of Putin. He's a crazy man. And I didn't believe in it first. But now with this Ukraine and Russia, I totally agree. Okay, let's go to number 3.
Okay, have it your way, believe what you will. So the life of after retirement. So it's definitely twilight years. So there is a past consent. We are approaching to die. So that kind of thinking naturally pervades society. But I don't want to have that skeptical view of life. For my age, I go my way, my pace, everything. That's all.
Yes. Well, as you get older, I don't want to compete when it comes to, I think, the pacing of younger people. You've finished that period, Yoshi-san. Okay. Let's go to exercise 4. And of the following question, I'll ask you, number 1, why do you think one speaker is worried in the role play? Why do you think one speaker is worried?
It's definitely the character of Speaker Ed. He's a morbid pessimist. And I think that he's a kind of unfairness, meanness. So because he have some advice, but not concrete ones, just advice. So I don't have the friend like him. So he said there's a trouble on the horizon, the same meaning of you'll die someday. That's all.
Okay, agree with that. Number 2.
Okay. Do you think one speaker is... please ask me.
Oh, you answered that. But this one is habitually. It means that his character is that way.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Maybe, yes.
Okay. Let's go to number 3.
Are you the pessimist or optimist? Why?
Yes.
I ask you. I read
Me?
this sentence. Yeah.
Okay. I think I am a pessimist.
Oh, really?
Yes. I see things in a negative way because I rather want to see what possible failure in the future could happen, so I could prepare myself for the possibility of failure and turn it into success.
Okay. But I want to be a cautious optimist, especially this under the war or corona circumstances. So that the human beings leave everything, become a pessimist naturally. So the positive thinking is difficult, but I try. That's all.
Oh, okay. I think when there is like a negative event or like a disaster, being pessimist is just natural to be negative, but we are human, so I think there's also hope all the time. So some people can overcome being pessimist and instead they have a more higher, I think, ability to see the hope and positivity in everything.
I think it's a rare case. There is a right pessimist. They worry about everything, but they are prepared for that situation. It's a very right pessimist, but most of the pessimists just worry, don't prepare.
Yes, that's different. When you're pessimist and you just worry and you do not prepare, that's bad.
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's a very rare case, very right pessimist. So
Yeah.
I respect, of course, that kind of right pessimist. So yeah,
That's a good pessimist, I think.
yeah, good pessimist. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm a good pessimist.
I think so. I know.
Okay. And number 4.
Please ask me.
Okay. How can you change a person who is always negative?
I think it's very difficult. So the pessimist, you are not, but the pessimist enjoys the situation of the pessimism. So the not prepared. For example, the last years, I get earthquake alarm. Japan is a very good system. So before the earthquake, maybe the 5 or 10 minutes before, there is sometimes alarm. But and really after 5 or 10 minutes, my house is pretty shake. But when I get earthquake alarm, but do nothing, just wait. I think the wrong pessimist is like this.
If a person is innately negative, it's difficult to change.
Yeah.
someone's mindset. But maybe when, as you said, something happened like really strong, it can also change a person's mind.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, and we have number 5.
Okay.
Do you?
It's almost time. So.
Okay, sorry. We totally run out of time, Yoshi-san. But as always, it's nice having interaction with you during class, and thank you for asking me the number 3 question as well. I'll see you again next time.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye, Yoshi-san.